What's going on, everybody? I'm Mike, and today I'm going to go on a little rant about Warchief Sylvanas, and why I think from a narrative perspective it sucks that she's Warchief. So in Mists of Pandaria, we helped Vol'jin overthrow Garrosh, and many of you know Garrosh went off the deep end. A lot of people like Garrosh's early forms in Cataclysm, but that's a subject for another video. Today we're talking about Sylvanas, and why I just think it feels so forced and weird that she's Warchief. And before anybody gets mad at me, I understand Sylvanas has a number of fans, and to be honest, I think she's an interesting character, but I just don't think Warchief is the spot to put her in, and let me explain. So recently on the PTR, there's a screenshot of a Tauren wearing a plague mask, and I saw this and I'm thinking, what? I mean, somebody did post it could be a Grim Totem Tauren, which would make a little bit more sense, but anybody in Bane's Tauren, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, they seem like they'd be the first people against what Sylvanas would be trying to do there, you know. The plague is something a lot of people in the Horde are against, and for them to suddenly be okay with it just seems very forced to me. I don't know, and again, guys, I like the faction war. I think it's a very interesting storyline when it's done right. The way it's being done right now just doesn't seem to make sense to me after Mists of Pandaria. I'm getting into some BFA spoilers. Saurfang is not happy with Sylvanas, and I agree with him. I wish I could take his side. I play a lot of races like, you know, Pandaren, Orcs, Tauren. They wouldn't be okay with Plague and stuff. You know, the Horde, and a lot of people I've been seeing on the forums saying, oh, what's the stupid honor thing? You know, honestly, that's something I always liked about the Horde is they're a group of people, a group of survivors, and they all have like a code of honor. But I just could not see them using the plague in warfare, especially after the events of Cataclysm. It just seems so weird to me. There's another quest in Battle for Azeroth where Sylvanas basically tells you to kill a group of civilians so she can raise them as undead. And this is something that irks me. In the words of Garrosh, what difference is there between Sylvanas and the Lich King now? There isn't any difference, and that's a problem. I mean, the thing is, like, if we're having a faction war expansion, I want to take pride in being on my faction. As a Horde player, I don't really take pride in serving Warchief Sylvanas right now, honestly. Even from a narrative perspective, as a Nightborn character, they said, like, oh, the Horde embodies all this stuff, but do they right now? I mean, really, like, you have to think about this. This is Sylvanas. While she does do stuff to help the Horde at times, a lot of her motions are just for the Forsaken. Let's go back to Legion. Let's take a look at that. In Legion, she wants to literally secure the power of the Valkyr just to make herself immortal. I honestly wanted to help Gen Greymane in Stormheim. I'm thinking to myself, we're worrying about destroying the Legion and we have to deal with this right now? Really? Not the time, Sylvanas. But I don't know. From a narrative perspective, I don't want to follow Warchief Sylvanas. I'd rather follow somebody along the lines of Thrall Vol'jin or early Cataclysm Garrosh. At this point, I almost wish we had a character like Vol'jin as Warchief still. I feel like what Blizzard's trying to promote, they want us to be all in the faction war, and I'm totally down for that, but with the proper writing. Right now, it feels like we're helping somebody that's no better than Garrosh and no better than the Lich King. But then again, I might be wrong. You know, there's some people that do believe that this is a red herring and that they might be setting up a redemption arc for Sylvanas. And, you know, honestly, I would think that would be pretty cool if she would maybe learn, you know, what it means to be Horde. I always like that, especially in Stone Talon with Garrosh. I love that, like, term. What does it mean to be Horde? And I think Sylvanas is definitely going to be tested in Battle for Azeroth. Somebody that would lead us to victory with honor, not somebody that's going to use the plague and, you know, attack civilians. That's just not the Horde way. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think of World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth's plot so far. I do like the plot for the most part. I just don't like Sylvanas being Warchief, and I've made that very clear in many of my videos. So anyway, guys, I'll see you next time.
Hello, mortals. This is your Warchief Sylvanas speaking. Only true people of the Horde subscribe to this channel.